It's so quiet, but I hear you.
Good morning, everyone. So it is currently 8 a.m. and I want to share with you guys my spiritual practice and my morning routine. I feel like a lot of people get stuck when it comes to the concept of routines because they think that it has to be extremely consistent or else you aren't succeeding. And in reality, every day is different. Every day you have a different workflow. The time paces differently. You only have so much energy, and sometimes you just have to decide what is the non-negotiables. I do want to give you guys some tips and advice along the way just because I feel like I've learned so much through trial and error. So I'm here to share with you guys my usual routine. Also explain some flexibilities and adjustments you guys can incorporate into your day-to-day life. I want to start off with what I did in the morning just because I didn't get to film that, but basically I got out of bed. I have a few things there, but it's okay. I made my bed. I rarely make my bed, but it's a big goal for me to start making that as a non-negotiable habit. So that was one of the first things I did. And then I went downstairs and made myself a cup of matcha. Matcha is very, very healthy for you as long as you put in the right ingredients. I have been using oat milk, agave syrup, and just this matcha powder I got locally. I feel like matcha tastes the best with agave syrup. I've had it with honey, I've had it with sugar, but agave is the best one to use, so I recommend that. And while I was getting ready and making my cup of matcha downstairs, I was listening to some subliminals. Subliminals and words of affirmation are basically things you could tell yourself early in the morning to help rewire your subconscious. Now, I started doing subliminals last year in 2021, and it truly changed my life because I feel like in the morning I get so overwhelmed with the amount of things I might have to do. I kind of start off the day with overthinking and slight anxiety of what I have to do, so it kind of freezes me and it makes me stay in bed. But the moment I choose a video and I start repeating these positive things to myself, I feel so much better. And I'm going to link down below my favorite ones. I love listening to Leeor Alexandra's subliminals because her voice is just so soothing. I always try my best to find the ones that resonate with me the most and say it vocally and like speak it into existence, you know? So one of them that I remember listening to this morning was, I am ready to achieve and work on my goals for the day. Now that subliminal really got to me because I knew that I had to do some content creation today. That statement really helped me get into this mindset where I am choosing to show up as this person who wants to work on her dream life, who wants to work on the reality and lifestyle that she dreams to achieve. And if I don't choose today to become this person, this individual who has this mindset, I'm going to be retracing back to my old habits. So I think it's really important to reflect on what you want to gain out of the day, whether it's feeling confident, having good energy, or feeling protected. I think it's really beautiful that we can choose what we want to focus on, and those subliminals help so much. So I'm gonna link down my favorite ones down below and the ones I listened to today. While I was listening to that, I was doing my makeup. My makeup is a non-negotiable thing. I mean, there are some days where I don't do it, but most of the time I love feeling put together, and that is something I really learned to hone in because going into my feminine side, I realized that makeup truly makes me feel so confident. And whenever I get to do my lashes, my eyeshadow, my blush, and my lips, I feel so put together, and I just feel like I'm just ready to conquer the day, you know? Now, everything that I mentioned are non-negotiables that truly help me feel like I'm going to have a wonderful start to my day. Now, I work at Starbucks, so sometimes my shifts are not consistent. Some days I'll be working at 5 a.m., other days I'll be working at 11 p.m., or other days I'll be working at 5 p.m. Every day is different, and this is where being flexible and being able to adjust yourself becomes the most useful tool you can ever have. Now, If you are someone who has an inconsistent work schedule, or if you feel like every day has something new but you still want to stick to a routine, find the top 3 non-negotiables that you need to have to make yourself feel complete. Now for me, it was making my bed. Making a cup of matcha or tea isn't a priority, but doing my makeup and just like putting myself together, whether it's doing my hair and putting on my jewelry, those are my non-negotiables. As you can see, that's just probably 1 or 2 things, but honestly, after this I can go to work, I can run errands, I can visit friends, like it is a-okay. And say if I have like a very busy morning and I don't get to do like my usual rituals when it comes to journaling and meditating, I will try my best to do that at nighttime. But since today is a free day for me, I just really wanted to show you everything that I incorporate and the things that truly bring me a peace of mind. There are some days where if I have a little extra time, I will do all of these, and other days I will probably just do one of these, whether it's just journaling, meditating, yoga, whatever the case is. So as you can see, I kind of created this system for myself where I feel already a peace of mind that as long as I get those 2 things done, making my bed, getting ready, doing my makeup, I will feel put together and I feel like I can carry myself out into the world. So let's get started on the other things that I'm gonna do. Now I'm going to burn some incense. I have these vanilla incense cones, and then I bought this beautiful, I don't know what this is called. If anyone knows, please let me know. But basically, you can put your incense here. I have cones, so I usually put one of the cones on one of the sides, and then the smoke just comes out of these beautiful carved patterns. I love this box because you can open it on the bottom, and you can carry your incense sticks in here. There are some holes on the side, so I can put my incense stick, and then it will burn. It'll catch the ash there. I am going to light an incense cone and have that in the background. I'm also going to refill my humidifier because the air has just been so dry for me. My skin is just way more drier than usual, so I'm going to refill that and put that on. And then right now I'm going to have some vitamins. Neem, I heard this is really good as like a natural way of birth control, and it supports skin and immune health. I always also have like a huge cup of water next to my bedside, and I always take 2. And then I take this Perfect Woman's multivitamins. This is by Ollie, but I really do not like this brand. I don't recommend it because it just doesn't smell and taste good for me personally. I like that it's chewy, it has a really good container, but I am not a fan of the smell. So I'm just trying to use this every day so I can finish it. Before taking vitamins, make sure you have a little something in your stomach so you don't get a stomach ache, okay? I had a banana. Hello everyone, so I'm going to take you guys along with how I'm going to set up my little meditation space. I'm going to give myself maybe half an hour to just meditate and just look inward with anything I need to work on, and yeah, I'm just going to share with you guys some things I want to do. This is my little meditation / spiritual drawer. So I have my tarot cards. I put it in this pouch just for protection. I got these black mats, which I'll show you how I'm going to use it later. As you can see, everything's a little messy. I'm still trying to find a good system on how I can organize everything. I have this little clear mini mason jar. I think I'm going to put my incense cones in here. I have some vitamin E oil. I have a perfume roller ball. This is in apricot. I have lotus incense cones. I don't know how these smell yet, but I'm very excited to try it out. I'll probably use this whenever I'm just tapping into my feminine energy. And then I have like a bunch of stones that I have either always had or my cousins have given to me, so I am honestly not sure what kind of crystals these are. So I need to buy a crystal guidebook so I can use that as a reference. I have another one here. I have like a little protection spell jar that was gifted to me as well. I'm sorry it's not focusing properly. I also have like another perfume. So this perfume oil is like a citrus saffron smell, and I really loved the smell when I went into this metaphysical store in Santa Barbara. I had to get it, and I feel like this is just perfect whenever I'm going to meditate. I have a cleansing stick. I don't know the name of this. I am so sorry. I'm still kind of like a newbie, but this was a gift to me by one of my cousins, and so I need to learn how to properly use this. So this is just in there. So I have some wax melts. This is from Target. I'm not a big fan of the vanilla bean, but I just have it because I wanted to start using wax melts. I have a bunch of journals. I have a pencil case with no pencils or markers whatsoever. I have my incense. I got this from Five Below, so I don't know if this is legit, but I have another black mat, and then I have another journal. Also in that drawer, I'll put my incense holder. It's still kind of going, but I will clean this out before I put that back in there. So I wanted to quickly go over the journals I hold in my meditation space. To start off, I have a mini, very amateur lunar calendar. I just went online and checked when the full moons and the new moons are, and I also saw like a picture on Etsy that I just kind of copied from. I had this black paper and I had white gel pens, and I decided to write down each month and then the dates, and then also like a key at the bottom. So I keep this next to me because if I ever feel a type of way during a certain phase of my life, I can refer back to this and see if the lunar cycle has an effect on me. I really want to be more in tune with the lunar cycle, with my period cycle and everything else, so this is going to be just a really good aid. I'm just testing the waters, so this is just in there for me to reference on. Next, I have this beautiful celestial journal that I got from Barnes & Noble. I've had this for ages. This used to be my dream journal, but then I stopped getting dreams and I just couldn't remember them. And for a really long time, I just neglected writing my dreams. I might get back into it sometime in the future, so never say never, but I am now using this as like my manifestation journal. I'm going to write down, draw, paste photos of the things I want to manifest in my life, so I'm putting that there whenever I feel like it's a perfect time to manifest. So the last journal I have here is this beautiful journal. As you can see, the pages have floral designs on the background that are transparent enough where you can write over it and it's not going to be too much on the eyes, and it has like a beautiful tone. So as you can see, the edges are a little rough, and that meant that someone handcrafted this. I think this is just such a beautiful purchase. I didn't have any use for this for a really long time, but I finally found a use for it, and I'm actually going to be using this as like a prayer journal. I feel like I meet an abundant amount of people in my life, a lot of good souls, a lot of good people, and I just really want to wish the best on them. I decided that whenever I meditate or whenever I feel like someone in my life needs a little pick-me-up or guidance or blessings coming their way, I'm gonna write it down here. This is also going to be a way for me to heal myself and to just give love to others, and I just really want to embody the concept of love. I want to have that unconditional love for every person I meet, no matter how harsh they are to me or how harsh they are to others. I think it's really easy to just associate anger and quote-unquote negative emotions onto someone and then use that as a way to misconstruct your perspective on them, when in reality each human being here has just gone through their own battles, and some of them just end up being broken, and it just disheartens me that we always have to focus on the flaws of a person when there's like so much other beautiful things like a person can hold to themselves. So I think the more effort that we put into blessing others will in return bring abundance and blessings into your own life, because the way you're seeing the world is through light and forgiveness and appreciation. So I'm going to incorporate this into my routine, and once in a while while, I'm going to write a message to the universe, God, whoever you believe in, and just send blessings to the people I meet in my life. I really just want to be a person who helps bring blessings to others because I think that's just really important. And the last thing I have is this sketchbook. It's not so much a journal, but I have been thinking about how much I really miss hand lettering. If you don't know what hand lettering is, it's basically making fonts handmade as if you were exploring different fonts on a computer. You basically make a quote look interesting. I don't know how to describe it. Let me show you. So for example, I have this page. It says, if love is a disease, I suppose I'm infected. And this is from The Nightingale by Kirsten Hanna. I have another one here. This is with like a black paper and then white gel ink. It says, if I'm the stars, Cricket Bell is entire galaxies. I'm a reader. If you guys don't know, here, let me prove to you. I have a whole bookshelf filled with beautiful and amazing books that have helped shape me and help me become the person I am today. So back in early college, I would write a lot of these quotes and just incorporate hand lettering because I followed a person who did that a lot, and I just found so much inspiration. And I feel like this would be a beautiful way to practice my art in hand lettering again while also adding subliminals and words of affirmation. Like I said earlier, there was a subliminal that really resonated with me. So if I were to wake up and listen to multiple different phases, and if one really stands out, it would be amazing if I just took the extra time to just write it down and made it like a piece of work, a piece of artwork that I can incorporate in like 2 different areas of my life, you know? Yeah, I have so many pages left, so I need to finish this. Those are my journals in there. Now, I'm gonna show you guys how I set up my meditation space. So I asked the universe to give me one card to give me a type of guidance or give me a message that I need to carry on for the rest of the day. And I got the 6 of Spring. I got the theme of active growth and moving forward and having the courage to take risk. This card highlights now could be a good time to make major changes, take more chances, and explore some less safe options. You could progress your inner growth and lead into a more interesting path, and this may require attempting new ways of thinking and working and new commitments, which is very interesting because my theme for this year is consistency and commitment. So I need to educate myself in new areas of interest and pick up past activities that you felt like have failed and never bothered to see through to completion. So I'm going to take away bits and pieces that really resonate with me and just take the next 5 minutes to meditate, and I'll basically be done with my little morning ritual / routine. I just finished my meditation. I focused on 2 things. One, I focused on my brain to speech connection. And sometimes I feel like when I make videos, I tend to stumble over my words and I tend to rush myself. So the fact that I'm talking right now with clarity and smoothness, meditation does wonders. I usually visualize if there's anything that my brain isn't connecting to. So for example, my brain to speech pathway wasn't really connected. I just visualized like two bridges or two strings coming together, and in the middle it's either really worn out or it's really separated from each other. So I just visualized these two strings mending itself back together and creating like a bridge where the neural pathways can flow through easily. And here I am being able to talk the way I should have in the beginning of this video, because I was just messing up a lot in my words. So that is something I focused on. Another thing I focused on was just my energy and focusing on raising my vibration for the day and just being in good spirits. The last thing I focused on at the end of my meditation was how my ego always tends to feel hurt whenever I talk to my boyfriend about certain things, and I feel like I'm not getting my point across, or the way he interprets it is very wrong. So I get this sense of frustration, and my body and my ego has a physical reaction. I start crying because I just feel so internally frustrated. So I visualize my ego as just like this ball of light, as this little circle, this little ball, and I was just kind of giving it an embrace, giving my ego a little hug, a little sincerity to allow itself to forgive and move on from this hurtful cycle. And I feel like a lot of people think that you need to kill your ego or just completely dismiss it, but your ego is kind of like an inner child. It's kind of like a part of yourself that wants to be nurtured and heard. The way I see our ego is that it's a part of us and it just wants to be recognized, and the only reason why it's getting agitated, the only reason why it's getting triggered is because it doesn't know any better. So yeah, I just want to share my meditation, and I'm going to put away everything now, but I'm just going to end the video here. I am so grateful if you made it this far and you stuck with me on my morning routine. I really hope the things I mentioned gave you guys some clarity, some type of insight, and some advice or things you can incorporate into your own life. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!